When it comes to result in life, we all know that a lot of people regret at the last moment of their life because they either did not live their life, they either regret of the things that they wanted to do but they didn't do, or they regret not because the things that they did, but they regret because the things that they didn't do. And this is according to the research of the scientists that they did ask or question people who live at the last moment of their life, and the number of regretness is such a dramatically surprised. So today I will be talking about some reasons that you will be regret if you don't listen to this and if you don't take it to actions. So if you are a person who is looking to live life in a happiness or to what you call it fulfillment in your life, you better do this. From spending time with a lot of high achievers, people around the world lately, especially people who are having, a complete financial freedoms, and they have time freedoms, they enjoy their life in both mental and physical and worryless. And this is the things that I think if you are looking for a complete happiness, life of no worries, and you don't need to trade off your mind, your physical anymore. So here it is. So when you decide to do something, the number one thing is that when you decide to do something, you must decide with your why. Start with your why. WHY. Why you do what you do, and why you act what you act. And because if you start with your why, if you do with your why, the result will always come according to what you want. And no matter what happens, no matter problem you encounter during your action, during your process of doing the things that you are doing, you will always able to refer back to your why. So when you can refer back to your why, you will have no excuses, you have no chance to stop or to go away from what you are doing. And you will feel happy every time you start doing that thing. You will wake up with a smile, going to bed with a smile, because you know what you do, you know why you're doing it. And that is the first thing. Always start with your why. And number two, always very decisive. Because decision making is very difficult for a lot of people. And they are very indecisive because the society has trained them to be that. Because when they decide to do something, they tend to think too much. They tend to think between right or wrong, maybe wins or lose. But they do not think that, well, if I take decisions to do this, and if I win, I be champion. If I win, I will be success. And if I didn't win, I learn something. If I fail, I learn something. But all the ways that a lot of people do not decide to do anything because they have the thing in mind, win and lose. So when you have wins and lose, you will never dare to do anything. But if you try to think that if I win, I get benefit, and if I fail, I learned. People do not tend to think that fail is a way of learning. People do not tend to think that failing is a way of reflecting, is a way of learning, and it's a way of growing. So when you think that failing is a losing, you think fail is a bad thing, then you will never learn anything. You will never be able to grow. And that is a very important thing, is decision making. So when you start with why, and you must be very decisive as well. And number 3 that I will be sharing with you today is that always making decision by following your heart. Make decision by following your heart, because a lot of people, when they make decision to do something, they follow their brain, they follow their mind. And that you know that lots of people didn't realize that their brain and their mind is not belong to them. It's belong to the society. It's belong to the environment. You grow up, and what you have in mind, what you have in your brain, is all what designed by the school, designed by the environment, designed by people around you, the environment around you. So when you make decision, you always ask your brain, is it right or wrong? Is it okay? Is it going to be like this? Is it going to be like, if I do that, what would my parents think? What would my friend think? What would my colleagues think? Guys, remember that you are the one who live your life. So if you decide to do something, if you see something that's going to make your life happy, is going to make you grow, is going to bring you up to a different level, just ask your heart, because your heart knows what you want most. Your heart knows very well what you want and what makes you happy. So you see that a lot of successful people, if you ask them, a lot of happy people, if you ask them, they would answer that, because I follow my heart. Because your heart knows what you want. And just remember that when you decide to follow your heart and to do things like what your heart wants, you will be rejected, you will be giving opinions, you will be judging from people around you, from the surrounding environment, from the society. But just remember that you are the one who live your life, so just follow your heart. So these are the 3 things that I'm sharing with you today, that start with why. Start always with why, because only start with why that you have good reason to do things, to wake up every day with energy to start your day. And number 2, you must be very decisive. Decision making is very important. And number 3, make decision according to what your heart wants, because only your heart know what you want the best, and only following your heart that your life will be happy. So my friends, these are the 3 things that I'm sharing with you today. As you all know that giving is very important, sharing is very important. So don't forget to click like, share this clip, or subscribe and share this to your friends, to your loved one, so that they would know how to start with why, dare to take decision, and always follow their heart. So as you as well, follow your heart and take actions, make decisions, have a good enough vision to live your life that you want to live. For now, I thank you for watching from the beginning to the end. I'll see you for the next time.